The Trump administration says that it feels good about the prospects of a deal with Iran. Moments ago, Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth held a briefing on Operation Epic Fury. The Pentagon chief warned the U.S. is reloading with more power than before and says that it's giving Iran the choice of doing things the easy way or the hard way. He also insisted that U.S.'s blockade of Iranian ports will continue as long as it takes.
In the meantime, and for as long as it takes, we will maintain this blockade, successful blockade. But if Iran chooses poorly, then they will have a blockade and bombs dropping on infrastructure, power, and energy.
Reports say both sides are moving closer to a framework agreement. According to the White House, discussions for a second round of talks are already underway. It also denies reports that the U.S. has requested a ceasefire or an extension to that ceasefire. White House also said that any fresh talks would likely be in Pakistan again, as it has emerged as the only mediator. Iran has also confirmed that said contacts are continuing through Pakistan.
As I mentioned, the talks are continuing through the Pakistani mediator, and it remains to be seen to what extent the other side is truly serious about the claims they have made regarding diplomacy. It is the Americans who must prove their seriousness, because they have not only failed to adhere to their commitments many times, but have also fundamentally destroyed the negotiating table.
Iranian state media also shared images showing Pakistan's Army Chief Asim Munir meeting Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf after Pakistani mediators traveled to Iran to press efforts to end the war with the United States and Israel. The Iranian state television said the delegation relayed a new message for the U.S. after the meeting. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said Iran remains committed to promoting peace, signaling openness to continued diplomatic engagement. But as diplomacy takes a step forward, Iran has also issued a warning. Mohsen Rezai, a top military advisor to Iran's supreme leader, the late supreme leader, said that Iran would sink American ships enforcing a military blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. He also warned that Iran would take U.S. soldiers hostage in case of a ground invasion, adding that Iran would take thousands of hostages, and then for each hostage, it would get $1 billion. All this comes as U.S. President Donald Trump earlier said that the war was very close to being over.
I think it's close to over, yeah. I view it as very close to over. You know what? If I pulled up stakes right now, it would take them 20 years to rebuild that country. And we're not finished. We'll see what happens. I think they want to make a deal very badly.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that Israel and the U.S. remain aligned with shared goals that include eliminating Iran's enrichment capabilities and removing enriched material. The Israeli military said that Israel is monitoring ceasefire talks with Iran, but remains prepared to return to attacks if required. As U.S. and Iranian officials were weighing a return to Pakistan for further talks to end the war, Iranians reflect mixed feelings as some hope for a ceasefire while others are demanding revenge.
According to the conditions, I agree with ceasefire if they don't forget the interests of the Iranian nation, don't try to pressure us, don't break their promises, and don't violate agreements. In my opinion, it's not a bad thing. It's even beneficial for the Iranian nation.
Most people, most of society don't want these negotiations to happen because a lot of blood has been shed during this time, both in the 12-day war and the 40-day war. This blood really shouldn't be trampled on, and we still demand revenge.